Good day everyone. Today I am discussing about netizen in cyberplace, active citizenship. When we say citizen, is a relationship between an individual and a state to which the individual owns allegiance and to turn its entitled in it protection. Also citizenship implies the status of freedom with accompanying responsibilities. When we say citizenship, it can also refer to the quality of a person's behavior as a member of society. Good citizenship involves fulfilling the duties and responsibilities of a citizen, such as paying taxes, voting, and serving on juries. Citizen can also refer to the skill set of understanding rights, playing a role in society, and shaping it with confidence. Now we come to netizen. Netizen is an active participant in the online community of the internet. Cyberspace. Cyberspace refers to the virtual computer world and more specifically an electronic medium that is used to facilitate our online communication. Cyberspace typically involves a large computer network made up of many worldwide computer world. Kapag sinabi nating cyberspace, naandito yung Facebook, email, or mga gaming app. Sa pamamagitan ng cyberspace, madaming tao ang nakikipag-ugnayan or nakikipag-komunikasyon. At sa pamamagitan din ng cyberspace, mas madaling nakikipag-transact ang mga business online seller. Now we come to cyber citizen in active citizenship. Number one is cyber citizenship is the rights, privilege, and responsibilities required of internet and cellular network user. Kapag sinabi natin cyber citizen, it is an individual who uses the internet. Ang cyber citizen ay may mga karapatan at pananagutan sa online world. Sa madaling salita, ang mga mamamayan sa cyberspace or virtual na mundo ay sumusunod ang rules ng online world. Ang active citizenship naman ito ay pagiging aktibo at responsable na kasapi ng isang komunidad o bansa at may malasakit sa mga isyu ng lipunan. Tulad na lamang ng pakikipaglahok sa mga botohan or mga protecting rights ng isang komunidad. Cyber rights. There are no real rights you have as a cyber citizen other than the legal protection you already have as an actual citizen. While the cyber world does not have a bill of constitutionally protected rights, we should still be required to respect certain unalienable rights. Cyber rights. Kapag sinabi natin cyber rights, ay ito yung mga karapatan ng isang pantao na nauugnay ito sa paggamit ng internet or digital na teknolohiya. Kabilang dito ang mga karapatan tulad ng malayang pagpapahayag ng opinion sa online, privacy ng personal na impormasyon, at protection laban sa diskriminasyon at cyberbullying. In short, ang cyber rights ay ang mga karapatan na tinitiyak ang kalayaan at proteksyon ng mga tao sa online na mundo. Mayroong tatlong karapatan ang isang tao at ito ay tinatawag na life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Life, it is a right for fair and reasonable treatment online. Liberty, right to basic freedom, and pursuit of happiness is right to explore personal interests without undue interference. Cyber privilege. It is a privilege to have access to the internet. It is a privilege to have the technology that allows us to access the internet and cellular network. Cyber privilege is tumutukoy sa mga benepisyo or pribilehiyo na natamo ng isang tao or grupo dahil sa kanilang madaling access sa internet at mga digital na teknolohiya. cyber responsibility. So, responsibility is really at the heart of cyber citizenship. To be responsible, we need to be informed about the cyber world. So, tayo, na gumagamit ng isang online platform, karapatan din natin na alamin kung ano nga ba ang ating mga responsibilidad bilang isang tao na gumagamit ng teknolohiya. So, there are certain ways civilized human beings should behave towards others. So, number one is law. So, the most important area of respect we should be demonstrate as a cyber citizen is for the law. So, also, there are several legal issues related to online activity. The first is intellectual property rights. So, here is the summary of things that are against the law. So, number one is copyright infringement. Number two is plagiarism. Number three is downloading songs you didn't purchase. Number four is profiting from others' creative efforts at products. So, bullying and harassment, child pornography, and internet stalking and identity theft. So, there are also certain ways civilized human beings should behave toward others. So, cyber stalking is another area that has legal protection. The cyber harassment and bullying or cyber stalking. So, these laws are primarily enacted by state legislators. Most states have anti-cyber harassment law. So, cyber identity, there are a range of ways we can be identified and recognized online. So, it starts with an online names we use for various accounts as well as our online addresses. So, such as email, texting, number, social media accounts, and etc. So, cyber footprinting. So, every time we go online or transmit anything over a cellular network, we leave a trace of that activity. This is known as cyber footprint. So, narito yung cyber footprint, which is number one is photo, number two is video. So, number three is texting. Number four is social media account. Number five is comment, poster in other sites. Number six is emails. Number seven is tag, photos in other accounts. Number eight is app. And the last one is number 9, purchase and other transactions. So, hanggang dun na lamang. So, thank you.